Okay, we are here to render this luxury bedroom, and it looks really well, but if you see that this is just an image of the render, it was a render done by someone else, so you can see the model, the real model that has really good materials. I really like this tool of going in, and before even you download it, you can see what is going to be on. So I usually make a new folder to keep everything organized, so I can find it later on when I want to keep working on it, or I want to make some changes. I don't know. I just want to be organized. I usually change the name of the file so I can make it my own. I can remember the name, and I can look for it later on. Uh, Usually when you open a new file, you will get this message that it cannot be opened, because I mean, you can open it, but it will be just read only. You can fix this by making sure that there is not another program using your file. Usually, in my case, is Google Drive. Google Drive usually get in the way of my opening SketchUp files in the right way, just because it's syncing. Google Drive is syncing all the time. You can change that in the Google Drive settings, but I usually like the way that it is set up. So something that I like to do is to change the view. If you haven't done it before, it's really easy. So you just type whatever view you want. I recommend 50. I set the vray options to you know to to the lowest rendering, so I can get a good look. I can see that there are some lights. There is natural light going through the windows. It looks really fine. It's a little dark, but we can fix that. So first I make a folder for my renders, and I number them. So this will be the render number 1, where I just have it to compare. It won't be the final one. It's just a test one. I see that I have some lights. We can suppose that this light is a vray light, and we can see that it has 600 of intensity. That is a lot, but it's enough for my case. And the test render, I didn't see this light really good, so here we can see that it's almost doesn't even do a thing. So you can change the intensity, but I will just leave it the way that it is. It doesn't bother me, so I will just leave it. Now what I want to do is to add some more light to this scene. So to do this, I I will make just a wall of light, and I do this really easy, as you see. Something that you gotta do is to move your vray light. If it's just tied to a wall, it won't work. So I erase that wall. And the only things that I change in here is the color. I usually use a yellow. The intensity depends of how much light you wanna use. I click in the reflection and everything that may affect my image. In the inside, I will create another wall of light, just because I want enough light to enter into my scene. So once I have it, I move it. As I said before, I put the yellow color. The intensity, I will change it to 20. I make it invisible, and I deactivate the reflections. Once I do that, I go to my scene 1 again, and I set the view and I save it in my scene. So you gotta do that every time that you change the view or the sun. You gotta update this scene. Now I see that I have a wood material with reflection. That usually doesn't happen, but I see that they saved this reflection before. So we will continue in the next part.